What's going down, Raider Nation? Hold on to everything you thought you knew, because your Las Vegas Raiders just delivered 3 absolutely mind-blowing moments from their preseason opener that are sending shockwaves through the entire NFL universe. We're talking about developments so dramatic, so unexpected, and so intense that they've got everyone from fans to analysts to league officials talking. Right now, there's a rookie running back who's facing massive criticism after a debut that has social media going absolutely nuclear. But that's just the beginning of this wild story. Raider Nation. We've also got another rookie who just delivered such a spectacular performance that he's making Tom Brady look like a draft genius. And if that wasn't enough to make your head spin, we've got your starting quarterback making headlines for all the wrong reasons, with a gesture that has the entire NFL world buzzing. This isn't just another preseason recap, Raider Nation. This is the kind of drama that defines entire seasons. We're talking about a 6th overall pick facing brutal backlash, a 6th round steal potentially stealing the show, and veteran leadership making controversial choices that could have league-wide consequences. The emotional roller coaster from Thursday night's game against Seattle has created storylines that will follow this team for months. From coaching defenses of struggling stars, to breakthrough performances that validate front office decisions, to controversial moments that have everyone asking what happens next. So smash that like button if you're ready for the most intense Raiders preseason breakdown you've ever heard. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on these absolutely wild developments, and make sure you're subscribed, because this story has more twists and turns than a Hollywood thriller. We've got coaching statements that'll surprise you, rookie performances that'll inspire you, and controversy that'll have you on the edge of your seat. Are you ready to find out which highly drafted rookie is facing massive criticism but getting unwavering support from his head coach? The performance was brutal, the backlash was savage, but the coaching response might surprise you. Let's dive into the first shocking development that has all of Raider Nation holding their breath. Here we go, Raider Nation. Time to address the elephant in the room, and it's all about Jeanty's absolutely devastating NFL debut, the 2025 6th overall pick took the field for the first time as a professional and got completely destroyed by both the Seattle defense and NFL fans across social media. We're talking about a performance so brutal that it has people questioning everything about this franchise's draft strategy. Jeanty played 10 snaps, rushed for -1 yard on 3 carries, and looked completely lost against NFL-level competition. But before Raider Nation starts panicking, listen to what head coach Pete Carroll had to say in defense of his rookie running back. Carroll didn't throw Jeanty under the bus. Instead, he took full responsibility for the offensive game plan and execution. "We were basic," Carroll said via Vegas Sports Today. "We didn't get the movement we wanted. Jeanty didn't get a chance." That is the kind of coaching leadership that builds championship cultures, Raider Nation. Carroll could have easily blamed the rookie for not being ready, but instead he pointed to the offensive line struggles and the basic run schemes that didn't give Jeanty any opportunity to showcase his dynamic abilities. The reality of Jeanty's debut was absolutely brutal to watch. His longest rush came on his very first carry for 3 yards, and it was all downhill from there. His second carry went for -4 yards, and his third attempt resulted in no gain. The former Boise State superstar and 2024 Heisman Trophy candidate looked completely overwhelmed by the speed and physicality of the NFL. But here's what Carroll saw that the critics are missing. Jeanty was getting hit behind the line of scrimmage before he even had a chance to show his vision and cutting ability. The offensive line wasn't creating any running lanes, and the basic run schemes weren't utilizing Jeanty's unique skill set that made him such a dominant college player. NFL fans absolutely destroyed Jeanty on social media, calling him a bust after literally 3 carries. But Carroll's response shows exactly why he's one of the most respected coaches in the league. He understands that you can't judge a rookie running back's potential based on 10 snaps behind a struggling offensive line. The 21-year-old Condé and then the 21-year-old Jeanty tried his best to make something out of nothing, attempting to evade defenders and create magic in impossible situations, but he got zero help from his blockers. This wasn't about Jeanty not being ready for the NFL. This was about the offensive line not being ready to protect their investment. Next Saturday against the San Francisco 49ers, All eyes will be on Jeanty for his bounce-back performance. With the starters set to play more, he should get better blocking and more sophisticated run schemes that actually utilize his game-breaking abilities. This is the moment where Jeanty can silence all the doubters and show why the Raiders invested a top 10 pick in his talent. But Raider Nation, get ready for a complete 180, because while Jeanty was struggling, another rookie was absolutely dominating and making Tom Brady look like a draft genius. The performance was so spectacular that it has everyone talking about the future of the quarterback position. Now this is what Raider Nation has been waiting for. While Ashton Jeanty was struggling, Cam Miller was out there making Tom Brady look like the greatest talent evaluator of all time. The 6th round rookie quarterback absolutely stole the show in Seattle, completing 6 of 7 passes for 76 yards and throwing a beautiful 41-yard touchdown bomb to Shedrick Jackson that had everyone in the stadium losing their minds. This wasn't just a good performance. This was the kind of debut that changes everything. Miller didn't just play well. He nearly won the game for the Raiders. The NDSU legend put Las Vegas in position to win at the end of regulation, but Daniel Carlson's kick was blocked, leading to a tie. We're talking about a 6th round rookie almost delivering a victory in his very first NFL action. But here's what makes this story even more incredible. Starting quarterback Geno Smith was absolutely blown away by what he witnessed from the rookie. Listen to Smith's praise for Miller after the game. Now I feel like he can really get better, because he's gotten game experience and he can go and watch that film. That kind of endorsement from a veteran Pro Bowl quarterback is huge. Raider Nation. Smith isn't just being polite. He's genuinely impressed by Miller's poise, accuracy, and decision-making under pressure. This is a quarterback who knows talent when he sees it, and he sees something special in Miller. Remember the story about Tom Brady endorsing Miller's draft selection? Well, after Thursday night's performance, Brady is looking like an absolute genius. The 7-time Super Bowl champion saw something in this NDSU quarterback that others missed, and Miller just validated that belief in spectacular fashion. During his 5-year career at North Dakota State, Miller won 2 FCS championships as a starting quarterback and showcased the dynamic skill set that caught Brady's attention. Now in Las Vegas, he's proven that he belongs at the NFL level and could potentially push for a roster spot. The 41-yard touchdown pass to Jackson was a thing of beauty. Perfect spiral, perfect timing, perfect placement. Miller showed the arm strength, accuracy, and field vision that made the Raiders believe he was worth a draft pick despite being available in the 6th round. Miller is now inching closer to earning a spot on the 53-man roster, and after Thursday night's performance, he's making it impossible for the coaching staff to ignore his potential. This is exactly the kind of breakthrough that turns day 3 picks into long-term contributors. The contrast between Miller's spectacular debut and Jeanty's struggles couldn't be more dramatic, but it shows the unpredictable nature of NFL development. Sometimes 6th round picks outshine top 10 selections, and sometimes it takes time for highly drafted players to find their rhythm. But Raider Nation, brace yourselves for the final bombshell that has absolutely nothing to do with football performance and everything to do with controversy. Your starting quarterback just made headlines for all the wrong reasons, and the implications could be massive. Raider Nation, this is the story that has everyone talking, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Geno Smith's performance on the field. Your starting quarterback just made his emotional return to Seattle, and let's just say the reunion didn't go exactly as planned. Smith found himself in the middle of a massive controversy after responding to brutal fan heckling with a gesture that has the entire NFL world buzzing and potentially has league officials very concerned. Here's what went down in Seattle that has everyone talking. Seahawks fans were absolutely ruthless to Smith as he left the tunnel holding up signs that were beyond disrespectful. One sign read, "Bigger bust, Geno or Jamarcus Russell," comparing Smith to one of the biggest draft failures in NFL history. That comparison is absolutely absurd, Raider Nation. Jamarcus Russell is considered one of the worst quarterbacks ever drafted, while Smith is a 2-time Pro Bowler who led Seattle to 3 straight winning seasons, the disrespect was completely over the line. But here's where the story gets controversial. Smith responded to the heckling fans by flashing a double middle finger gesture toward the stands. A Getty Images photographer captured the moment perfectly, and now that image is circulating everywhere and could potentially land Smith in hot water with the NFL. The timing couldn't have been more unfortunate for Smith and the Raiders organization. This gesture happened during Smith's emotional return to the city where he rebuilt his career. And the optics are absolutely terrible for a veteran quarterback who's supposed to be setting the tone for a new culture in Las Vegas. The NFL probably won't be thrilled about this development, and any kind of punishment wouldn't be an ideal start for Smith's tenure in silver and black. The Raiders have to be hoping this incident gets just a minor scolding rather than any significant disciplinary action that could impact their starting quarterback. What makes this situation even more frustrating is that Smith had a solid night on the field. He completed one of 3 passes for 15 yards before getting the rest of the night off, showing no rust from the offseason transition to Las Vegas. But now all anyone can talk about is the gesture toward the stands. The emotional weight of returning to Seattle clearly got to Smith, and the brutal fan treatment pushed him over the edge. While the gesture was completely understandable from a human perspective, it's not the kind of leadership moment the Raiders were hoping for from their new starting quarterback. This incident highlights the pressure Smith is feeling as he tries to prove the Seahawks made a mistake by trading him away. The brutal signs and heckling clearly struck a nerve, but Smith needs to find better ways to channel that emotion moving forward. The hope for Raider Nation is that Smith learns from this moment and finds ways to tune out the hecklers rather than responding to them. The Raiders need their starting quarterback focused on football, not getting drawn into unnecessary controversies with opposing fans. This entire preseason opener was a roller coaster of emotions for Raider Nation. Ashton Jeanty's struggles, Cam Miller's breakout performance, and Geno Smith's controversial gesture created a night that nobody will soon forget. So smash that like button if you believe Jeanty will bounce back stronger, Miller will continue his spectacular play, and Smith will learn from this controversy. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on these wild developments and how they'll impact the team moving forward. And make sure you're subscribed because this Raiders season is already proving to be absolutely unpredictable. From coaching defenses to rookie breakthroughs to veteran controversies, this is exactly the kind of drama that makes NFL preseason unforgettable. The question is, how will these 3 storylines shape the rest of the Raiders' 2025 season?